So at the end of the day, it's not a carbon fiber plate, one piece of carbon fiber. It's rods that follow the metatarsals. It's been a long time coming, everyone. Oh, man. Patience. I think we passed 50 miles a month ago. About finding the house, moving the house, training for Pikes Peak. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a long time coming. The Adidas Adios Pro 2 50-mile full review. There is the mileage on your screen. Oh, I really do, because this was long overdue, but here we go. We're getting it in with those carbon rods for the, you can see them there through that outsole, a marathon, neutral marathon or half marathon racing shoe. There we go. Let's do it. It's twisting. I think it's the carbon rods, which is part of their approach from Adidas, Adidas. When I say Adidas, for all the Americans out there watching, that's, I believe, how they kind of pronounce it over in Europe, okay? Adidas, isn't that interesting? So that's why I like to give a little shout out to the Europeans watching. Thank you for watching across the pond. Here we go, Adios Pro 2, neutral road running shoe, 10 millimeter drop from heel to toe. Looking at 39 in the heel, 29 in the forefoot for definitely a maximalist stack height for a marathon racing shoe, okay? I'm not exactly sure. I can't even remember if I was able to find a women's size 8. Oh, sorry. If so, there it is on your screen, but men's size 9. And then in my size, let's just confirm, I think we're looking at 7.2 ounces in my size. Not a great score. There you go, Adidas. We got to work on that in 2022. Looking at a Cellar Mesh upper. It's their 2.0 version. They need to improve the form fitting, especially through the toe box, over the top of the foot. But I think the highlight of the upper is for breathability and then moisture wicking. Okay, so if you sweat a lot, or you're going to be running in humid, hot conditions, it's just going to be hot, or you like to dump water on you in your marathons and half marathons, you like to get really wet. Oh yeah, and also draining. So if water gets in your shoes or you're just sweating a lot, I haven't tested it yet in really hot conditions, and Colorado is not a humid place, but I think it's I can just sense and look and see that the water is gonna drain out of here well through the upper. Let's do the heel cap. Wow. Okay, wow. That is, wow. Flexing a lot, and I'm glad I remembered. So it's good, Adidas. I like the pads inside the heel counter. Good work. I personally, let me know in the comments, have always struggled with the collar of Adidas running shoes. All of them. The SL20, now I'm putting myself on the spot. The Adios, the original Adios lineup. Even though, is it not the RC, is it the RC? Anyway, I just never had great lockdown around my ankles. I think Adidas, we gotta figure that out. Even this guy, your high-end, top-of-the-line marathon racing shoe, I think that it just feels a little, I'll just say sloppy is the best word, okay? So that lockdown score is being drawn down a little bit, that you want at least a 7.5 in the scoring system for an average. So this is slightly below average for the lockdown, mostly because of the collar. But the overall score did jump up because the breathability and I think drainability, that's not the right word. But the shoe, I think, is gonna drain well if you are getting really wet out there in the marathons. I'm thinking like one of my goal bucket list races is the Rome Marathon, but it's in March, but it still looks like, I've seen footage of the Rome Marathon, still looks hot. But I just want to run through the streets of, I studied history in college, I love history, so I want to run through the streets of Rome, but all the runners, and they're dumping water on themselves. So anyway, overall score for the upper is coming in at 7.75 out of 10. Okay, on to that light strike midsole material with those carbon rods. Now we're going to, yes, loosey-goosey. Let's get the goose going, everybody. Maybe a small flock of geese. I mean, I think loosey-goosey compared to the RC Elite 2, the On Cloud Boom Echo, definitely the Metaspeed Sky, and the Next Percent 2. Like, this guy it's twisting quite a bit there. So keep that in mind, and I think, so actually I don't think, based on the research I've done for the carbon rods, rather than going, so the carbon rods, okay, actually, oh my goodness, all right. This is, I know, this is one of the shoes that I did open up so that I can show you those carbon rods just a little bit there, okay? So at the end of the day, it's not a carbon fiber plate, one piece of carbon fiber, it's rods that follow the metatarsals on the bottom of your foot. And I think, sorry, I keep saying I think, based on the research I've done on their website, they want the shoe to flex with the natural movement of those metatarsals in your foot. And sure enough, I'm even feeling it through that twist test, and I like it. I like the approach. Now, I'm not saying it's a faster ride than the Next Percent 2, but overall, ride and energy return was pretty solid, okay? We're going with 8 out of 10. I haven't raced in the shoe. I'm being completely transparent. Maybe I will. I think they're going to have to improve the collar before I'd feel confident enough taking this shoe to my fastest speeds in a marathon or half marathon road race. Okay, midsole overall score, 7.75 out of 10. Outsole, 8 out of 10. Nice. Continental rubber, nothing crazy. I think it's the right amount of rubber, and I think it's going to grip pretty well with that Continental on the bottom. Yeah, no complaints there with the outsole at all, and no rocks are going to get stuck there because of how they designed looking into those carbon rods. Fit, true to size, all right. Oh yeah, half size down for racing, for me, okay? So I went true to size, and I wish I would have gone a half size down. Now that's personally for me, and especially for racing, I wear thin socks, so I definitely would have gone a half size down for me. So just make sure you have a good return policy if you pick this shoe up in 2021, so you can make sure you get the fit dialed in. And it's, Adidas is based in Europe as far as, their headquarters. I know they've got headquarters all over the place, but, European sizing can be, just a little different than over here in the United States. Comfort, here we go. Standard score, 7.5 out of 10. Positives and drawbacks. Positive is that sellar mesh upper. I think it's not perfect. I think it's they need to definitely work on the collar, but overall, I'm excited with the direction they're going with that upper material. Drawback is, of course, that collar of the shoe. Durability prediction, 350 to 400 miles. Pretty solid. I'm seeing just ever so slightly after 50 miles, just a little bit of creasing, but nothing too crazy, okay? Moving on to how will I use this shoe? Who is it best for? Definitely marathon or half marathon racing. Again, if we can fix that collar. And who is it best for? I forgot to mention this a second ago, talking about the midsole. If you prefer a snappier feel versus a bouncier feel, okay? I feel bounce more so in the Next Percent 2. Definitely, I'm going to say the RC Elite 2. This guy just is coming. Yeah, wow. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. It's snappy. It's rigid. It's slightly rigid. Wow. I'm glad. Sorry. We're getting used to the new surroundings here in the basement. I'm a little off my studio mojo here. Okay. So it is snap. Wow. It's interesting. It's so fascinating, everybody. So it's snappy versus bouncy. That is who it is best for. Price point, $220. There we go. Okay, I'm so happy it's not $250. If it was $250, that score would drop pretty dramatically. Other shoes to buy, there you go on your screen. Next Percent 2, Metaspeed Sky, Endorphin Pro 2, RC Elite 2. Oh man, the Metaspeed Sky and the Next Percent 2, frankly, they're battling it out for my top favorite marathon racing shoes thus far of 2021. Shoe quick specs on your screen for the Adios Pro 2. Soak it in one more time. 10 millimeter drop, okay. Oh man, Sellar Mesh 2.0, Light Strike Pro, $220. Now, fascinating. Falling right, it's so fascinating, man. 7.5 out of 10. That's like it's a perfect score. That's my standard score. 7.5 is kind of a C average if you're in the United States scoring grading system. 75 is like a C average. It's just kind of a standard C average score. I think let's work on that collar. Let's work on the collar. That's all I got to say, Adidas Adidas. All right, there you go. Moving on to that comment of the day, question of the day. Shout out to Mark Chang Coco. Here we go. This was a great, this is from the Adidas Running Shoe Matrix of 2020, I do believe. Upper right-hand corner, okay? So, Mark, shout out to you from a year ago. This was a great video. I'm a huge SL20 fan, but totally agree with you. Adidas hasn't been at the top of my list, but they are definitely trending upwards. I agree. They're trying. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I think Adidas was really lost. I think they are really, really moving in the right direction. And, you know, it's like Nike, Adidas. Nike, like they've got the most resources on planet Earth in the running shoe department world. So Adidas should be starting to move and trend in the right direction, okay? So he goes on to say, the ADIZERO Pro feels flat, but somehow gets the job pretty well done on my runs. Looking forward to seeing what Adidas comes out with next in terms of cushion technology. Mark, you get the comment of the day. Thanks for chiming in. Question of the day, here we go. Oh man, this is like has nothing, well, maybe it has something to do with running shoes. What do you wish your mind or your brain did better? And I don't want you to be hard on yourself, but like, you know, I would be numbers, but at the same time, actually, I probably not. Maybe this is not a good question of the day. If you don't want to answer it, it's okay. But like, I always struggled with math in high school, college. It just wasn't my strong suit. But then it's like, boy, the artistic side, hopefully in my brain, the storytelling side, hopefully is at a decent level. But every now and then, spreadsheets, that's where true love comes in. She is the spreadsheet master at the DeMoor household. All right, everyone, I love you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We're going to toss it to last year's Adidas Matrix, okay? Which I'll make another one this year as well. But the Adidas Matrix right here, right here, right here. All right, everyone, come on. Keep turning that doorknob. Woo! Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.